I wish I could say something that was classy and inspirational, but that just wouldn't be our style.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Steel Sanctuary Podcast. I'm your host, David Barrow from SteelSanctuary.com, and this is my co-host, David Korab. We're running solo, just me and him today. Bob's got something going on, and Trent's going to take a little leave of absence. He'll be back in a couple weeks, back on the podcast. So for tonight, it's OG, me and Dave, just like old times, buddy.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we did a podcast by ourselves. Yeah, that's for sure.
Kind of weird.
I know, two people on a podcast. What the fuck?
It hasn't been you and me in over a year, I think.
Over a year, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's start with the news today. Gabe Davis was told to return to Pittsburgh. Reports at Pittsburgh. I don't know if this means he's going to be signed, or if they're just going to fuck with him again and give him another physical and tell him to go home. I don't really know what to make of this, but
I'm a little worried.
I am too.
It kind of hit me. Or is Calvin Austin a third, or maybe Skoranek going to be out a little while?
That's interesting. I saw a clip today where Calvin Austin was in uniform going through drills. So that's semi-good news.
Okay, so Austin was it.
Yeah. I don't know about Skoranek. It might be there's an issue with Skoranek, and they're worried. I didn't even think of that, Dave. That's a great point.
It hit me a little earlier today. I was just like, man, out of nowhere, they're flying him back now? Like, wouldn't you have wanted him in camp early, and then now, you know what I'm saying? Like, to do this now makes weird. It makes no sense.
Good.
No, I'm just saying, like, to me, it seems like maybe there's a reason. I mean, they dropped Rock Taylor, which really pissed me off, but I'm sure you want to get to that next. But in general, like, you drop him and now you're flying in. It just doesn't make any sense, other than there's an injury and maybe that's why.
Fun saying Ben is banged up, Skoranek. I made that comment on Twitter today, and people pushed back because of the injury. The Steelers wanted to wait. They wanted to give another month. I'm like, I guess, but the Steelers doctor should know if he's going to be able to play this year or not. They should have known. And I looked it up. It was early June when he was in here last. So that was about 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. I looked up his stats. Dave, I'm not overly impressed by he does have a 16.2 yard average per catch for his career, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I think he had that one good season with Buffalo.
His best year was, I guess, 836 yards and 7 touchdowns. That was in 22. Then he had 746 and 7 touchdowns in 23. So back-to-back years, I mean, that kind of
Dave, you're breaking up really bad. I don't know if you know. Okay, now you're back.
Was I breaking up?
Yeah, like really bad.
Right.
But I think you're okay now.
All right. I don't know what happened, but
so whatever you said, yeah.
He had back-to-back 7 touchdown seasons and over 800 yards both years is what I said.
And that was both with Buffalo, though, correct?
Buffalo, yeah, 22 and 23.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I remember that one year he did really well, and then he went to Jacksonville, and well, okay.
Yeah, he only played 10 games in Jacksonville last year.
Yeah, hurt. Yep.
239 yards receiving.
Oh no,
2 touchdowns.
You're doing it again.
Oh boy, we're having some. Can you hear me now?
Dave, you're frozen. Maybe I lost him. I have no idea. So we've lost Dave. So just to get into other news, like I said, the Steelers, they cut Rock Taylor, they cut Poco. I think they cut somebody else too. And me personally, I was ticked off about Rock Taylor. I don't know why they cut him. It didn't make a lot of sense to me, because the reason is that the guy was third in yards, 77 yards total in 2 preseason games. The only ones that had more reception yards than Rock Taylor was Scotty Miller and Roman Wilson. So it didn't make sense to me that you cut him when you got all these other receivers that haven't done jack shit in preseason. So I don't, Dave, while you cut out, I went in and went on to the whole them cutting guys. They cut Fehoko, Rock Taylor. There was a third guy I thought they cut. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, I can't remember. Nobody of significance of Fehoko.
Yeah.
I posted. He's like the Steelers' personal pincushion. They just love to bounce him around, sign him, bury him, bring him back, cut him.
Yeah, I don't get that either. Like the guy was a good run stopping guy. Like I would have thought that he had a shot. Remember last projection we did in one episode, I had him making the team because I thought that they finally would give him a shot, considering how bad they got their ass pounded in the run game against the Ravens. But Devin Harper, okay, was their guy.
Greg
Thanks,
got it for us, Devin Harper. Yep.
But you're right. No one of significance. I don't think he did anything in his two preseason games. But yeah, I'm upset about Rock Taylor. I just am. Like while you were gone, like I brought up the whole he was third in receiving yards in his preseason games, and no one after him even comes close. I mean, I know that you and Bob like Johnson. He only had 28 receiving yards in 2 games. It wasn't like he did a whole lot. He did have that touchdown. I'll give him that. But I don't know, dude. Just it didn't make sense. Like, do you think Taylor might have asked to be cut, like released?
I think Greg's got a point. I tweeted out when it happened. I think he kind of half-assed that ball in the end zone that he should have dove and didn't. And I think that was a direct correlation to him getting cut today. I really think that was part of it. I think so. I think he half-assed it. He probably pissed. And there's a lot of, I don't want to say good receivers. There's a clump of similar receivers, all 4 or 5 guys. And Tom probably said, look, I got enough guys. I don't need that, half-assing. So
yeah, it looks like here in the chat, that's how these guys feel too, that he should have dove for the ball. I don't know. I mean, when I was watching it, I guess he could have laid out for it. I'm honestly trying to remember if it was that close that he could have laid out and made the catch.
It was pretty close.
Was it
pretty close? Yeah. Yeah, he could have.
If that's the case, then yeah, they probably were just like, all right, dude, like you're not laying out for a ball, then don't think you're any good to us.
Looks like Bob's joining us.
Oh shit, there he is.
I'm in it.
Bobby the Brain, let's go.
Had to work into technical difficulties, but I did it.
And we're having technical difficulties all over the place here, Bob. So join the party.
Sweet.
Hey guys. Robert's late. Very
Robert,
late.
they've had their own show for quite a while,
like
buddy.
3 or 4 months now, bro.
Almost since they left.
Yeah.
I know it's not that good, and you didn't. I'm sorry, and you didn't notice it, but
like cracking me up. But yeah, Bob, while you're gone, we were talking about them cutting Rock Taylor, and all those guys.
I'm kind of not surprised on the Rock Taylor thing. I know he was having a pretty decent camp. I really think Brandon Johnson is having the better camp. So I'm also not altogether unhappy with the idea of him being one of the receivers who makes the team and starts the season.
You're talking about Johnson, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
He's been pretty good.
He's done well. I mean, he didn't do as much as Rock Taylor did. He had a touchdown, but I was looking it up, and he only had 28 yards in 2 preseason games to Rock Taylor's 77, I believe. So quite the gap there. He had the touchdown though. I don't disagree that I think he's done well. I just to cut Rock Taylor when you've got all these other receivers still there that could go that have done nothing. It just didn't make any sense to me.
Well, they're really only looking for one. Sorry.
Vaughn makes a good point. He's been playing special teams, and Rock Taylor really hasn't. So.
Ooh,
and we brought up, I don't know if you noticed it, Bob, Rock Taylor kind of half-assed that ball to him when that was at the goal line. Yes. He didn't really lay out for it. And I wonder if that had something to do.
Did you feel that way? Like, do you feel like it was catchable if he lays out?
Yeah, I think, let's put it this way. I don't know if it's catchable or not, but the fact that you didn't lay out to try to make the team, I mean, you're a long shot. You got to lay out. I mean, if you do and it bounces off your fingertips, everybody's like, oh, well, you couldn't have done any more to get it. Than you did. But the fact that he was like, you know what I mean? Personally, I do kind of hope Johnson makes the team. We'll see. I mean, theoretically, if they sign Gabe Davis, that does not mean that he is magically healed. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence.
I mean, out of this group he brings up, I think it will be Gabe Davis.
Yeah, it seems like Gabe Davis. He's on his way back to Pittsburgh, so that's. I mean, I don't think you call him back without signing him. I just don't see what the point is. You already did the medicals.
He did show up the first time on his own. We know that now. He was not invited.
Oh, he did? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh. I think Zach put it out on X or maybe it was Nick. I forget who did, but it was about a month ago. And they reported that, it wasn't, he was there to show them he was interested and they took the meeting, but it wasn't, hey, Gabe, we want you to come in.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So now does this mean there is interest? It's confusing to me. But then again, every move they make at the wide receiver position is curious to me. I haven't been able to figure it out. Short of the DK Metcalf trade, which was a good trade, everything else they've done at wide receiver has been, And why cut Rock Taylor and not Robert Woods, who's getting third string reps yesterday in the game? He's playing fourth quarter with nobody. He's clearly on the outs.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many of these other guys. It doesn't make any sense.
Personally, I think they were impressed enough by Rock that they knew, okay, we're never going to get him to the practice squad, and he's not going to make the team. So I think they released him with the opportunity to catch on. Hey, you've shown enough where somebody might take a chance on you. And if we try to stash you on a practice squad, it's just worthless.
I guess. I mean, I don't know if Rock Taylor really gets snatched up on a practice squad. I think we overrate some of the Steelers guys. He's a UDFA from fucking Memphis. He's not.
Some of them, yes, I agree. But I think he showed enough in the preseason. Look,
I mean, not Will Howard, but yeah.
There's a couple of really bad rooms in the NFL for wide receivers.
I guess.
Tennessee is, although elite guy, we talked about it a little bit, elite guy Manor, looks like he might be the number 2. I don't know if that's necessarily about his talent, although he was talented coming out, or if it's about just how fucking bad. I mean, we have it bad, but Tennessee's got it really fucking bad with their wide receiver room.
Who's their number 1? I can't even think of it off the top of my head.
Calvin Ridley.
Ridley, that's right. Ridley.
Yeah.
And then that's it, pretty much.
There's injury plagued, so literally the chances of him getting through a season.
Well, they did a thing for fantasy the fantasy preview, and last year he had the target share, the huge target share. They were talking how he had 125 targets, but only 64 catches. And like on the surface, it seemed shitty because it's only 50%. But then they went and did the next level of PFF, uncatchable targets, and 41% of his of the ones he didn't catch were uncatchable. So now all of a sudden you look at it, all of a sudden, hey, he does catch 6, 7 out of 10 balls that are thrown to him. It's just Tennessee quarterbacks. And for you Mason Rudolph fans.
Mason Rudolph, yeah, I was just going to say Levis and Rudolph. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the game a little bit the other night. Rudolph threw a pick. Speaking of Rudolph, he was a little late on that in-breaking route and got picked. I thought he was all right after that, though. He kind of settled down.
Yeah.
The quarterback play again, Skylar Thompson, solid again.
Very impressed with him.
Has he played well enough for us to trade him?
I don't know about that.
No.
Well, here's the thing, and I had forgotten this. You only have 2 spots designated to return on the IR, so you can only pick 2 guys. Right. And they've got about 4 candidates right now. You got Will Howard.
Because I was curious about that. I didn't know how many slots you get.
You got Corey Trice. You've got Skowronek and Calvin Austin. If they can't stash Will Howard on the IR, then maybe they do have to carry him. I mean, they could carry 4. I saw somebody mention they could possibly carry 4 quarter. I don't think they would do that, but I guess anything's possible.
And you mentioned Robert Woods. I've listened to Starkey today. I forget who was on talking about it. They just think at this point, it was Caboli actually, and he was saying at this point, he's only there as a placeholder till they find another possible veteran. They want a veteran for depth, but they want the right veteran for depth. So they're not going to keep Woods. I mean, you play 7 minutes in the fourth quarter in the second preseason game. I mean, come on, the writing's on the wall.
Yeah, absolutely.
and Tomlin says we know what he can do, and you can read that as, oh, he doesn't need to play, but you're putting him in the fourth quarter of a preseason game, whereas we know what he can do, and yeah, he's out of here in a week.
I mean, look at Relic put up Skylar Thompson's stat line: 30 for 43, 346. I mean, granted, it's against backups, but he looks confident to me. He really looks,
dude,
like he's right.
The way he moves around in the pocket and gets out of it when it's crashing because the backup O line is putrid, like, impressed the hell out of me. Like, I was just like, wow, I didn't know that he could move like that. Very mobile and accurate. Like, some of those plays he made, man, I was about jumping out of the seat. Like, holy shit, he really did that. Like, I very impressed.
He started a playoff game. I mean, he's had, I think, what he might actually. I'd be curious to look it up. If he has as many starts as Mason, if he doesn't, it's close. I mean,
I tell you, you might be right, because I didn't think I'd be seeing this, fellas.
Me neither. I thought it was just going to be an afterthought. I really did. I thought he was just a placeholder because I didn't have any quarterbacks
in general,
in the roster.
How much do we really pay attention to the third guy?
Yeah.
Where we're like, oh, you know, like I.
Well, we haven't had a third guy play like this.
And I really wrote him off because of Will Howard. I was like, oh, Will Howard, you know, plus draft pick. Like, this Skylar Thompson guy's a nobody. Now I'm like, whoa, okay.
And how do you put Will Howard on the roster if he hasn't practiced or played in a preseason game? He hasn't practiced in weeks.
I know the hope is he can play on Thursday. Is there any update on that?
I haven't heard anything.
I haven't seen anything, but I've seen the same thing, Bob. People are like, I hope he can play Thursday. I hope. Well, how the hell do you think he's even close to that? Like, it's because also it's a short week. They just played Sunday. Now they're playing Thursday. So he didn't get that full extra week to give him a chance, too, to help his chances.
Is that a road game, too? Are they in Carolina for this one?
It's a road game.
It's a road line game, too. So it's one. I know it's.
Yeah, and look, bottom line, it's not like anybody's lining up to see Logan Woods.
I know. I get it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, maybe you showcase Tom. I mean, personally, I would start Thompson in this game. And I don't need to see another, you know, I know what Mason brings to the table. If break glass in case of emergency, if Aaron gets hurt, and he'll give us up and down, but, you know, good enough quarterback play to possibly win some games.
Yeah, he's a decent backup. That's what we've always said about him, and that's what he is. And not a bad guy to have.
So it just clicked in my head, and I can't help myself. And I'm not saying this will happen. However, if Howard's okay and he plays, looks great, Skylar plays, does great, do they cut Mason to save $8 million?
No. They'd only be saving 4, by the way.
No, 8 over 2 years. 8 over 2 years.
Right. They'd only be saving 4, though.
I meant the whole 8.
Yeah.
No.
It's not likely, but I wouldn't be floored.
I'm just saying, like.
But I think they want Mason as the primary backup.
I would think. I'm just saying, like.
Mason's clearly the better player.
Skylar's making things interesting. I'm just saying.
He definitely is.
That I feel like it's going to cost somebody something, whether it's Howard, and I'm like, no, well, I mean, save more money. It's an extra $4 million they save on the cap if they cut Mason.
Well, think about Skylar for a second. He started a playoff game by default because Tua was hurt. You know, and I looked up his stats. He, you know, they only lost by 3 points. He kind of kept him in it, but it was very much a hit or miss. Completed less than 50% of his passes, but completed some nice passes in that game. I mean, it was a battle, but we kind of know what he is. I mean, as far as from a backup perspective, if he was our backup, would I be okay with it? Yeah, because he's a decent backup. But I think Mason's a better backup. I don't know that
he's only got 3 career starts, Bob, so he's way off of Mason's.
Well, okay,
well,
so
it feels like 10.
Okay. Okay, so could they trade Mason?
I don't think anybody be interested.
Yeah, if you're going to get a 6th or a 7th for Mason at the most, you'd be lucky to get a 6th.
I don't know, man. This whole thing, I don't know. I'm very enamored with this situation because, like, I just wasn't planning on him to look this way. I just really
the easiest thing to do is to put Will Howard on the IR, and stall for time for 6 weeks and see how it goes.
Yeah,
but I don't know if they're going to do that now. I mean, let's be honest, guys. At this point, they could cut bait on Corey Trice and just cut him, and then bring him back to the practice squad, or lose him. I mean, I
Did you
don't think
guys hear
you're
what
losing.
Austin said? I
Yeah.
could have
No.
sworn I saw Austin said something like, "We think Corey's a starting corner in the NFL, but he's got to be available."
Yeah, I did hear that. He's got to be available, which means
And
they're getting frustrated.
And they like Porter. Very similar bodies, very similar skill sets. I mean, Porter actually is probably a little bit faster, but look, at some point when a guy just can't get on the field, you got to cut bait.
Yeah.
You just do.
Shower Curtin wants him to cut Mason and get 2 wide receivers. It's not going to happen. We'll be lucky. I'm actually surprised that they're even talking to Gabe Davis. I thought you keep hearing this stuff. I think it was Fowler who said the Steelers are not signing a veteran because they're so happy with Roman Wilson and so pleased with his, doing better in the last couple of games that they're not interested in wide receivers anymore. And I'm like, holy crap. I mean, look, give Roman Wilson all the credit in the world. These last 2 games of the preseason, he's been good. He's made some big catches. Not overly extremely difficult catches, but he's made some plays. So it's at least encouraging. I have my doubts about Roman Wilson still, but like I said it on Twitter and I've said it that I would be more than happy to be wrong on Roman Wilson. I'd be ecstatic. I'd be elated if I was wrong and he turned into something good.
I mean, has he shown enough to be like, okay, we all of a sudden feel good about wide receiver too? No. But has he shown that, hey, at least the Steelers didn't make a monumental fucking mistake by drafting this guy in the 3rd round last year?
There you go.
And I think he's shown he's capable of playing that outside receiver position. I mean, I know he's only an inch taller than Calvin, but he just feels like a bigger guy. He just does.
Oh, he's bigger. It's just you're on the bottom level of the scale. I mean, it doesn't get any smaller than Calvin Austin. So if he's saying bigger, I mean,
as a wide receiver in the NFL, you should be able to eclipse 5'8", I would think.
Hey, Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf did some really nice things together for a pretty long time in the league. So
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett's an elite route runner, and I don't know if we can say that about Roman Wilson.
Well, we can't say
we'll
yet because he only ran 5 routes.
Yeah, I know. And one of his catches last Saturday night was a blown coverage. He was wide open in the middle of the field by himself.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean,
but to his credit, he did catch the ball.
He did catch the ball?
Yes.
I mean, that's kind of a step up, and it was over the middle of the field. That's the thing. I love the play calling, and I really hope it continues.
Knock on wood.
Everything is going where it because I'm telling you right now, if this continues, it'll take half a season for teams to figure out that they are going to stick with this. Not just, hey, it was the first series. Hey, it was the first play. If they stick with this, teams will give it to us until we prove, yes, we are going to do this.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely. And you got the quarterback who can do it now. So let's go. Let's stop screwing around with this. Caleb Johnson, better Saturday night. Much better than the first game.
Yeah,
I like the vision. I like the cutback. I watched the highlight of his plays again. This is one thing I love about the guy. Unfortunately, Trent's not with us. He's probably the biggest Caleb Johnson fan in the world. But when that guy makes his cutback and he looks for the hole, he finds the hole. Look, I'm sorry. Yes, you can sort of teach that, but we kind of proved it with 4 years. We couldn't teach it to fucking Najee. So
I still see a lot of him running right up the offensive lineman's back. There's at least 3 or 4 snaps.
Well, how do we go from we first were comparing him to Najee, and now I see people comparing him to Le'Veon Bell?
No, please don't even say that.
We
I'll fall off my chair.
Our extremisms are really far. Like, holy shit.
I would compare him to Le'Veon Bell as a rookie who also struggled with that find my way kind of deal. But Lev, kind of like Caleb, is finding his way. And then Lev dropped some weight from that rookie to the second year, and it made a huge difference. He got faster, and the rest was history. So I don't think that comparison is so crazy as long as you limit it to it's Lev Bell in his rookie year. It's not Lev Bell in year 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
He'll never be that. He'll never be.
I don't know
He'll
if
never
we
do
could
that.
say never, but I
No.
mean,
I can't. It's never going to happen. Bell was special. I don't see. Caleb's good. He's going to be a good pro, but he's not special.
Bell
That's
was
That's the way I feel.
Bell wasn't very fast either, though.
No, I'm not talking about speed. Well, the thing that separated Le'Veon Bell was the patience and the vision. You know, he tiptoed up to the line. He strolled up to the line and waited for a cut. That's unique to him. No one's done that. Well, very few have done it like that. So to compare him to Caleb, it's
What you can't deny, though, is he puts his foot in the ground in the one cut. When he makes the cut in
Yeah.
decisive,
that's his
he goes to the right place. We have not seen that in a long time, and I think people who are, maybe mentioned in the chat earlier, who were huge Najee fans, you want to know what the difference between Caleb Johnson and Najee Harris is that Najee ran to the wrong hole consistently, and he never would gain 20 yards. I don't know that Johnson's going to break off 50 yards runs like he did in college, but I do know he's going to run to the right hole almost every fucking time.
And maybe it's on me because I had talked myself into Caleb Johnson being this, his speed was underrated. He's going to prove to everybody he's got enough speed and he's going to be good. And watching him through 2 games, I don't see it. And maybe I set myself up for too much, and now I'm kind of disappointed. But I see, I don't want to say pedestrian, but
so let's have David break the tie. Does Lou Nichols play over Caleb Johnson?
Lou Nichols has looked really good.
He's looked really good. I don't even think he's going to start. He's going to be in the practice squad, though. He's been excellent. Excellent. God damn. And when people were knocking, telling me, oh, Caleb was running with the backup offensive line and this and that. So was Lou Nichols in that first game, and he was killing it. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. He had a rough game.
He had, 3 carries for 45 yards?
Yeah.
He averaged something like 14 yards a carry. It's like, Jesus.
He could be the next Jaylen Warren, honestly. Just an undrafted free agent running back. Not similar backs, but similar stories. Where, undrafted diamond, in the rough.
Dare we say the next Willie Parker?
Yeah.
Another undrafted free agent.
Yeah. Yeah, but
no,
anybody's as fast as Willie Parker.
No, but he could have that same story of, hey, if he does make it to the practice squad, maybe late in the year, they say, you know what, we're going to give you a game here, Lou. And that's how Parker got the job, is that year before they were 14-1, and he came in and had that huge game, and I think it was against Buffalo. And the next year, he was the starter.
Yep. Did anyone else see Vita Vea put Mr. Zach Frazier and give him a ride? he threw Zach Frazier out of the club, man.
Yeah,
that was a pretty ugly rep. That's only one rep, and Vita Vea is good.
Dude's a big, strong guy.
God damn.
Yeah.
Is that what guy who maybe should have made All-Pro?
What's that?
Maybe that's what an All-Pro defensive tackle should look like.
You are a fucking wizard at cramming these things into these podcasts.
I was like, oh, man, let's stop.
I fucking love it. Hearing Caleb Johnson is a volume runner. You know who else is a volume runner? Fucking Najee Harris. I can't do this.
So I hope it's not Bell. So was Lev Bell.
Please don't bring Lev Bell in the same sentence with Najee Harris and fucking Caleb Johnson. I literally
just said
it's a sin. It's a sin.
You guys are just.
Yeah, no. I what I was going to say was, if you're gonna compare, you can't just say all volume runners are bad, because they're not. Najee was.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. And I don't necessarily think Caleb Johnson's going to be bad. Like I said, it's in my head. I think I had him propped up too high. I got to calibrate where I think he's going to be. I would love to see them get some speed in the backfield at one point in our lives. It's
an element that's been missing since, really,
Willie Parker.
Willie Parker. It really has. Yeah. It's been missing for a decade.
And teams around the league are doing it. You got A-Chain in Miami. You got whatchamacallit in Detroit. You got these guys like speed in the backfield.
Yeah.
You know, if we wanted to go into pretzel logic, I could make a case that we have not won shit since Willie Parker was not our lead back, and we only won when Willie Parker was our lead back.
Mm. That's a tough argument to make against, honestly.
He's, you know,
But
starting running back in 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, but we don't need to reminisce about the whole 2000s
Yeah.
or whatever. Like, we're good. We got plenty to talk about here.
Anything else from Saturday night's game? Guys, I'm ready for the season to start. I'm tired of seeing the third stringers for 3 quarters. You know, I'm tired of looking at, you know, I don't know what this team's like. We have no idea. We haven't seen TJ, Cam, Aaron, DK. We haven't seen anybody.
I wanted to give Fotanu and freaking Broderick Jones some love. Once again, you hardly hear their name, which is really nice. Like,
people are raving about Fotanu, and he's playing well.
He's
playing well.
He's doing good. Yes.
If he stays healthy, he's going to be good. He's going to be a good player.
Yes.
He's very good. And people may not be raving about it, although we're starting to see it. I saw Trey Essex today, had some nice things to say about him. Look, I'm just telling you right now, by the time it's 5 games into the season, people are going to be like, God damn, what the fuck were the Steelers doing not playing this guy at left tackle for the last 3 years?
Yeah, and it's possible.
Yeah, well.
Wait a minute. This is not right, Relic. I find it hard to believe that.
Than most of Bell's career. Not all of it.
Yeah, most.
Just the
Le'Veon
first.
Bell ran. Yeah. Don't those two, please. Relic, you're killing me. You don't compare those two. Ever. It's fucking ridiculous. All right. I don't know if Bob, if you got power rankings because you were
busy
out all day, but me and Dave.
Yeah, my only question on this is because I'm going to kind of wing it. Is are we doing the roster in general or just the guys who played so far?
Just the guys who played.
Just the ones
the
that
most
played.
Impressive players for the preseason so far after 2 games.
Yeah.
And we're going to start at 10 and
this
work our way
was hard
down.
as fuck.
I told Dave when he came up with the idea, I said, are you sure there's 10 players worth mentioning? Yeah, we'll figure it out. Because it's been a little...
it's tough.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Dave.
I mean...
Your game, you go first. Who's your 10th guy?
Let me go first? Okay.
Yeah.
So, this guy's not going to surprise any of you. Number 10, I went with B.D. Bishop. He's had 6 tackles, 2 pass defense. He had a stop on 3rd down, and he had 5 solo tackles in that first game, which I thought was impressive. I mean, he's a little guy, but I mean, like he's looked good, man. I think I've only saw one where he got ran over, and maybe one pass he gave up that maybe didn't look that great, but it wasn't like he was getting picked on. He looked good. He had a lot of good plays. So I went with him at number 10. And by the way, it was hard for me because I was split between him. I wanted to give Castro some love too because he has 8 tackles, which I believe is tied for the team leading tackles in preseason with Pierre, and Pierre's look like dog shit. So, I'm not gonna go with Pierre, but I just wanted to give Castro some love because he was right there, close to making number 10 for me. But go ahead.
Who you got for 10?
I'm going to go with Sebastian Castro. Not so great the first game. Really, I took a real step up. I still think he's going to make the team. And if he doesn't, I think he will be on the team by the end of the year from the practice squad. I like the idea of him being the 6th corner and the 4th safety because I think he can play both. He's not a great corner, but I think in an emergency, he could be out there, especially with those top 3, and they would pick on him. They would throw to him right away. But I like Castro. I think I still think he's a dark horse to make the team, but if not, I do think he's a Steeler who is going to play in years to come.
So I was watching the All-22 today, and when Dave sent me this idea to do this list, I was already thinking that this guy, Iku Leota, this guy flashed all game long. I think he's a better pass rusher right now than Sawyer is, honestly. And he's definitely better than freaking Leal.
He's the other guy almost Big 10 for me. Yeah.
Yeah. He's not going to make the 53. He's probably going to be practice squad, but he was really good Saturday night. So I was very, very impressed with him. He on the All-22, he really stands out. Felix said I'm blind. Is that because of Leota or is it because of Najee? Le'Veon Bell comp, which is
Najee's the only guy who could lose an eye and it somehow improved his
because
vision.
of this.
All right, let's
There we go.
move on. Let it go.
Sawyer's Hall of Fame worthy.
Relic's a part of the hive of
Yeah.
Najee.
He's going to be a Hall of Fame guy who runs up the arc too far, 10 yards past the quarterback That's because that's all you see on the all 22 too.
All right, number
anyway,
9.
Go 9.
Dave, go first. Son.
I had one Thornhill.
Okay.
He's been pretty. I mean, he's only played a handful of games, but he's shown up in both games. I think that's going to be a low key good signing by Mr. Omar. We'll have to see.
Mm-hmm. I like him. I do. 9 for me, and I should say at this point it's no particular order. I'm extremely impressed by Lou Nichols, who I talked about a little bit earlier. I think he's got an outside shot. I said last podcast I thought Trey Sermon would be the guy if something happens because they're not confident with where Caleb is yet. I mean, at this point, I think Lou Nichols has kind of passed up Trey Sermon, who I like. I've always liked. Injuries have wrecked that guy's career. I think he's had a nice camp, but I mean, there's no denying Lou Nichols has something. There's a little burst there.
Yeah.
Yes,
just for
yes,
Greg's question.
Yeah, yes, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Maybe.
Yeah, we're going to do a quick run over the 53-man roster after this, so we'll get into that.
All right,
Dave,
for my number 9.
Yeah.
You know what? I went ahead and I went with KJ. I went with Cleve Johnson. 70 yards total in 2 preseason games, 11 for 50 this last game. Maybe there is something there. It's official, hot off the press. # Dave hates Sawyer.
I got it, Dave. Finish your thought.
God damn it! I'm trying to concentrate here.
He throws you off.
But yeah, no, I thought KJ looked a lot better this game. And I think that's something that deserves to be have him again rank him in the top 10. Look, Trent has a point. He is running behind a putrid second and third string offensive line here. It's tough. It really is. But this time he really looked good. Looked a lot better. The whole got to get him going to get. I don't like that kind of talk either. But it did seem like the more he ran and the better he got. So. It feels like it's true. Like he's got it when he runs, when he gets past that the D line, when he gets in that second gear, man, I want to see that and see if he really can take it to the house. Because that's for me is when you are a legit top running back, when you have that threat to be able to do that. And that was something that former Steelers running backs could not do. So I want to see that. That's what I want to see. But so far, it's like baby steps. He's just getting better and better and better, just like with these other rookies that you see in all these different positions. So, that's my thing. That's why I ranked him 9.
Bob, you want to kick us off at 8?
Yeah, I think Y.A. Black. Or I hope I say his name right. I don't know how to fucking say it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Black.
Yeah, Y.A. I don't know. The big motherfucker wearing 99. That's who it is. I like this kid. I mean, I've already said on record.
Or something, but it was good.
I thought it was 99.
99's Harmon.
Give him 97. What the fuck? I mean, that would be nice. I'm already on record saying I would start this kid. I would play my 3 young defensive linemen, and when he who shall not be named decides to show the fuck up, he can rotate in. Because number one, if I'm going to pay a fucking 37-year-old, 36-year-old defensive tackle, I don't want him playing every snap. And bottom line is, I think we've actually been halfway good against the run in the preseason here. And we've heard that all during camp, they can't run. They can't run. Well, who are the guys playing on the defensive line they can't run on?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
That actually is a great point that, hey, maybe our guys are doing really well. Yeah, that's good.
And Cam could only benefit, by the way, in all seriousness, not that I'll stop trashing him for a second. He could only benefit from playing less snaps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give me
100%.
Give me 60% of the game where he gives 100%, and the other 40%, I got competent guys on the line who can play.
Hashtag Bob hates who shall not be named.
Yeah.
I like it.
My number 8 is Cole Holcomb. Just the fact that he's on the field again. He's made some good plays in the run. He struggled a little bit in pass coverage, but that's to be expected. I mean, he hasn't played in a year and a half, and he was never the greatest coverage linebacker to begin with. So
Yep.
he's been better than expected for sure.
Oh, I'm thrilled to see him doing.
Yeah,
he's doing great.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Now that's a guy who, if he keeps playing, and I know they don't want to do it, but he is demonstrating he is still a starter in this league. That's a guy you might be able to get something for.
possibly.
Maybe.
You know,
Dave, who's your 8?
Number 8, I went with Derek Harmon. Had a sack, tackle for loss. He's got 3 tackles. But the big thing with Harmon that I've seen is just the pressure he puts on the quarterback. Like, he's constantly bull rushing and pushing guys back and making it difficult. And that's what I really like to see. I know that he hasn't been putting a lot of things in the stat box, but in general, the amount of pressure that he's putting on the QB, I love to see it. And then this game, he finally got it home and got a sack. So, yeah, that's who my number 8 is.
All right, my turn to go first.
yeah.
My number 7 was Yaya Black too. Bob pretty much covered it. He's been pretty good. There's no getting around it. I'm kind of surprised. I thought he would just be a run plugging, but he's shown some other things. He can bat the ball down using those long arms. So it's a pretty good draft pick.
Mm-hmm. My next guy is Troy Fatanu. And I know it seems, hey, he's a first-round draft pick from last year. What'd you expect? Well, we didn't see him last year. So, and when we did, he looked okay. But, it wasn't the world set on fire, and it was all too brief. I agree with what you guys said earlier. I think he might be the real deal. And if he is, the Steelers just took a giant step forward. So, yeah, that's the guy. I mean, a couple of dumb little penalties here and there, but nothing major. I have zero issue with where he is at right tackle going into the season.
I don't even have him on my list because I didn't think of him. That's something bad on me. I didn't even think of him because he's been, good and his name hasn't come up much at all.
It's hard. Like, if you don't hear him, but usually when you hear them, it's bad. So it's one of the things. My number 7, I went with Scotty Miller. I mean, he's got 85 yards on 6 targets. He's been doing really good in training camp, and then you see him now, and he's always there, always making catches. He can be a security blanket, if you will, for Aaron Rodgers this season. He can be just that guy, really, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I went with him as my number 7, and he might have even done enough to even make top 5 for me. But, yeah, that's who my number 7 is.
All right, everyone did 7. You want to go back to back, Dave? Do 6?
Yeah, sure. I went with Juan Thornhill as my number 6. 1 pass defense. He's got tackle for a loss, 4 tackles. You guys have seen him. He's all over the field. He looks great. Looks healthy. And this is what you're getting with him when he's healthy. You saw the stats from last year. You saw he didn't have a good season, but he was injury plagued. And I thought that he was actually known to be a decent ball player before those injuries. So now to get to see it, him not injured and very, 100% good to go, dude, I think we're going to be fine without Minka. As long as he stays healthy, Thornhill, I think, is going to be great for us. So that's my number 6 is Juan Thornhill.
Bob?
With all due respect to the idiot who writes for CBS,
That dude, man.
I mean, Darnell Washington is coming in here, and I arguably could have put him higher. I mean, I think he's showing that down. Look, he's not going to be a 7-catch, 100-yard guy. He's not. But at the end of the season, if he's got between 30 and 40 catches and, say, 5 touchdowns, and he'll have a bunch of pancakes, I mean, what more do you want from that kind of tight end? I mean, he's never going to be – I mean, I would love it to be, but he's just never going to be a 60, 70-catch guy.
No.
But I think he's got 40, 50-catch upside as one of the best tight end 2s in the league.
Did you see him block that guy to his knee?
That was awesome, wasn't it? And pass protection.
He's higher up on my list because he's been so good, and I'll get to him when I get to him. My number 6 is Lou Nichols. The guy's been fantastic, and we've talked enough about him. He probably won't make the team. He's probably going to be a practice squad guy, but he's been phenomenal. I'm so impressed with him.
I totally agree. What a great story. No matter what happens, it's a great story.
Yeah.
Everybody get their 6 to them?
Yeah.
I believe
All
so.
right, Bob, do 5.
Brandon Eccles. Look, I will tell you this. He's not going to supplant Jalen. He's not going to supplant Slay. He's not going to supplant Joey. But next year, when Slay potentially moves on, if he does retire, I'm totally cool with Joey and Ramsey being the outside on this team and Eccles sliding to the slot, or Ramsey, because now he'll be a little bit up, not up there in his 30s. He'll be 31, 32. I'm okay with him making that transition to safety and maybe drafting another corner. I like Brandon Eccles. I think he's really, really good. I also predicted he would be on the team. So, Colin, if you're watching, ha ha!
Is Relic okay? Nichols.
Yeah, he's trying to get under my skin with Minka's a bum, and I brought up
No.
Nichols, so he said Nichols
Well,
sucks.
I hope he's being sarcastic because Nichols does not look like that. He sucks at all. But anyways, I'm Eccles too. By the way, just look, he's got a tackle for loss, 2 pass defense, 3 tackles. He's been really good. A downhill guy that I didn't really was expecting from him. But he's looked really good, and I am very happy to have him as our 4th guy. So yeah, I'm with Bob. Same thing.
Are we on 5 now? I
Yeah.
lost count. All right, my 5 is because we're saying kind of the same names a lot, so I'm losing track here. My 5 is Derek Harmon, just from last night, Saturday night's performance alone. That's the first round pick we were hoping to see. Backing guys into the quarterback, standing up in the run game very, very well, taking on double teams. Pretty impressive stuff on Saturday night. Let's hope it continues. I mean, it was against the backups, so you kind of take that with a grain of salt. But that's what you want to see. You want to see him dominate backups.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can only play who's got in front of him. So that made me feel a lot better. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Number 4. Who's got number 4?
Did we all do 5? Okay.
Did you do 5 yet? I'm sorry. Well, this is going off the rails.
I was gonna say Skylar Thompson is my guy. I don't think he's supplanting Rudolph. I don't, but I think he might have played. I think one more, give him a half on Thursday. If he goes out and impresses and plays like, hey, I should be the backup for a team. Would it only be a 5th or a 6th? Maybe a 7th? Okay, fine. But it's a hell of a lot better than cutting a guy. And, I mean, if you can bring in a guy who everybody said, well, fuck you, he's no good, and all of a sudden at the end of training camp, you can trade that guy for a 5th to 7th round pick, I think that's wildly successful. And kudos to him for coming in here and showing that, hey, man, I'm a player in this league, and I'm going to be a player for a long time. I don't think they can keep him as the 3rd string quarterback. I don't even know that that's the right move, but if it's an emergency, hey, we could do worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave, did you give you 5?
5 is Eccles.
Okay.
Maybe we did. Maybe we did do 5. Yeah, because I did Eccles as my 5 too. So
yeah.
All right.
So
there's
there's
4, Dave. Give you 4, Dave.
Mine's gonna be Troy Fautanu. We've already talked about him, obviously, but dude, I'm really impressed with him. I was watching the all 22 of him today, and dude, no matter what, whether it's the bull rush or the spin move, or the fish and swim, no matter what the edge rusher tries to do, his footwork is so good that he can adapt to it, and he's so goddamn strong on top of it. It don't matter if you try to bull rush him. The weaknesses are not really there with him. I'm not seeing there's this with Broderick Jones, we would see the weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? But with Fautanu, I'm not seeing it at all. He seems to be very well prepared to take on any kind of rush that he sees, and that is what's impressed me the most. Like you said, Dave, when I was trying to rank these guys, I almost fucking forgot about him. I was just who is it I'm not thinking of? I feel like there's someone I'm not thinking of. I'm like, oh my God, it's Fautanu. And like you said, we don't hear their name. And man, when you don't hear offensive tackles' names in football, that's a good thing. So I'm just really impressed with him. And Broderick Jones, by the way, just he's been doing good too. He hasn't been on Fautanu's level yet. There's still some things with him. But yeah, Fautanu though for me has been excellent. And that's why he made my top 5.
Bob, you're 4?
4 was Skylar, right?
Oh, I thought he was your fifth.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, because I had done Eccles.
Are we ever going to
okay.
learn how to
forgot.
fucking count?
No,
Yeah.
not tonight.
I feel like
anyway.
Jackson Dart.
My 4 is Scotty Miller. I think he's been really good he might be the second best receiver on this team when all is said and done. We'll see.
Yeah,
But,
it's hard to tell at this point right now.
Yeah,
We don't know.
they really are all bunched together. They really
I'm
are.
not ready to go quite that far with Scotty, but there's no denying everybody says he's had a great camp.
Who's your second best, Roman?
Yeah, actually, that's if we're going next, that's my third guy. I'm tremendously impressed by Roman Wilson. I'm not buying into the hype that all of a sudden we've solved our wide receiver problem, but I'm a hell of a lot, more intrigued that, if it's DK, Roman, and Calvin, that's not the disaster I thought it was a month ago. So, yeah, the fact that he got loose on deep routes kind of indicates a lot of what he said, or what Colin said when he was on with us about how that's kind of his game is those, hey, the kind of quick flag routes where he flakes in and goes out and then he catches blows right by a nickel corner. So, yeah, I'm encouraged. I want to see him do it against cornerback twos. We'll see what happens.
Let me defend myself on the Scotty Miller thing. We are talking about this is the preseason power rankings. So DK's out, and the only other receiver that's done anything is Roman Wilson. So what do you want me to say? Calvin Austin hasn't played. I got to pick somebody. No, if Scotty Miller's your wide receiver 2, it's bad. If Scotty Miller's your wide receiver 3, it's bad.
I'm sitting here dying.
The fact is, he is those things. So I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah,
All right, Dave,
if Scotty Miller's your wide receiver 4, you probably have a pretty decent room, though.
Yeah, if he's your 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Which he's...
Anyways.
Again.
All right, my number 3. Let's just get the hell away from that. We've been sidetracked so many fucking times.
Yeah.
Anyways, my number 3 is Lou Nichols. Like, look, this guy's got 73 yards on only 9 carries.
Yeah.
In that first game, like I said, he averaged 14 yards a carry, and he only got 3 and had 42 yards. And then this next game, he followed it right up and did it again. Like, holy shit! This guy's. I hope we don't regret letting this guy go. Honestly, like, is Gainwell that great? Really?
Like, yeah, he's that third down back type thing,
Fuck,
veteran.
Man. Like, I'm starting to worry. You let this guy go, you're gonna really regret it.
Yeah, it could be. You could be. You might have a point there, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Bob,
my number 3.
My
3 was Wilson. But I can go.
I shouldn't be hosting this. I shouldn't be hosting this segment. I'm fucking awful at this. Did I give my 3?
No, I don't think you did.
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Skylar Thompson.
All right, there you go.
I had a hard time because I think Skylar Thompson's probably been the best player on the Steelers in the preseason, but I got a couple guys I liked a little more, so I put him at 3.
Yeah.
All right, we're at 2. Who wants to go first?
Number 2.
Go ahead.
Bob's coughing, so
yeah.
Good.
I went with Roman Wilson, guys. 96 yards on 6 targets. Pretty good. Has the most yards out of the wide receiver core this preseason. That's what you want to see. You want to see something like that from Roman Wilson. This is what I was looking for. This is what I wanted to see in preseason. Let's see this guy start to produce and put up stats, and that is what he's doing. This second game was awesome to watch. I mean, that deep pass he caught, and then the one where I don't know what the hell they were doing, how he got that wide open.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to run zone and they got their shit fucked up or what happened, but he was wide open. And man, if he could stay in bounds and could have took it up the sideline, they would have been toast. But yeah, no, my number 2 is Roman Wilson. I'm really happy what I'm seeing with him. My gosh, if they could get something like that out of a 3rd round pick this season, on a consistent basis, look out.
Yep. Bob, who's your 2?
Derek Carmen. I was a little bit worried after the first game, but we had heard all through camp how he was, legit. He was a professional. He was going to be a problem, and he showed he's going to be a problem. I mean, it's really impressive, and I know people are thinking it's just, hey, I'm on a Cam kick right now, but I at this point, you put the number one draft pick who has shown he's competent. Until he shows he's not competent, I think my starters are those three kids, and then I'm bringing Cam in to relieve them. And the reason
My
I'm
hate for
doing
Cam
that
is legendary.
well, no, there's reason. There's a reason to our method to the madness here. If I play those kids the first 6 weeks, and they play well against the softest part of our schedule, then now all of a sudden when I start to roll into the harder games, well now I do want Cam starting, but he's healthy. He's worked his way into shape. He ain't played all fucking summer, so let's give him time to get where he needs to go. But that being said, I'd rather have Cam 100% and healthy if he doesn't fall off in November and December. I do not need to see, and I don't want to hear how he made his all-pro bones off September and October football against the Jets' offensive line.
All right.
Dave, are you okay?
He's unrelenting on Cam Hayward. It's incredible. He's just like pounding.
I'm trying to get him to start a new fucking notebook is what I'm trying to do.
Find somebody you hate as much as Bob hates Cam Hayward. My number 2 is Darnell Washington. Man, I don't want to keep harping on the All-22, but you got to watch him abuse linebackers and even defensive linemen in the run game and the blocking. I think we're in for a big season from Darnell Washington. It's not all going to show on the stat sheet, but right. I mean, I see him lining up next to Broderick Jones, and I would continue to do that all season long. Give him a helping hand. Mm-hmm. And the catch he made last week, phenomenal. So, and with Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball, I think you're going to see a lot more receptions and touchdowns in the red zone for him. I think we're in for a big year with Darnell Washington.
For my man Greg here, without a doubt, Cam.
That was easy.
Yeah, yes, I do not forgive a Steeler saying, well, if you don't like it, maybe I should just go to Cleveland. Go the fuck to Cleveland.
I forget about that sometimes, but yeah, you did say that. Dave, did you give you a 2?
My 2 was Roman Wilson, yes.
Okay, and we're all set for 2. Number 1?
We're on 1.
All right, let's get this bit over with because I'm butchering the shit out of it. Dave, go first.
You want me to go first?
Bob, go first. Whatever.
I'll go first. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So last year I took some heat, and I've probably taken it for 2 years, with my love of Broderick Jones. And I'm sorry.
You're not going to make him number 1, Bob.
I absolutely am, because him on the left side, his footwork, his punch, everything fits. That's why he's playing so well over there. I think he's played better than Fatano on the left side than Fatano's played on the right, and I think Fatano's played pretty good.
Bob, what? I just told you why. Because he's got his babysitter on the side of him helping him out every play. Darnell Washington.
He's also, if you watch the film, he's also very comfortable with his footwork on that side. He's very comfortable with the punch hand. You can see the confidence growing. Let's not forget, and I brought this point up before, the highest graded left tackle performance by a Steeler this decade was Broderick Jones against the Ravens.
It's a small sample size, one game.
Yeah, but this guy can play, and he's demonstrating it. I have the utmost confidence. I don't think he's going to be an all-pro this year. I don't think he's going to make the Pro Bowl this year. But I think he's going to be a huge fucking upgrade over Dan Moore.
Yeah. I think he'll be better than Dan Moore. I'll go with that.
Yeah, I'll say better. I don't know about a huge upgrade. We'll see. I hope so.
Better.
But,
look, if he's league average,
Broderick Jones.
Yeah, if he's league average, it's a huge upgrade over Dan Moore, because he's the worst fucking left tackle in football for the last 4 years.
He can be at times. He definitely can. He can be.
No, I get that part.
All right, Dave.
Yeah.
Who's your number one? Corliss Waitman?
He's better than Johnson. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm going with Skylar Thompson because like I said earlier, guys, I completely shit on this guy. Like when I heard they had signed him, I was just like, what? Okay, whatever. That guy's camp fodder. He'll be gone here in a little while. Like I completely didn't even pay attention to this kid, and I feel really bad about it. He's just I'm that impressed where I'm just like, all right, well, Howard, I think it's our time for you. And for me to say that, because I've been a big Will Howard guy, you had to have really impressed me. And like literally, I've seen him make some throws that for a guy that's supposed to be a nobody, very impressive. Great vision. I just the way he gets out of the pocket when it's collapsing and he finds his guys. It's just to be a third guy to have on this team, dude. Great to have if they can somehow figure it out. So
Yep.
I think he's surprised me more than anybody we've listed tonight. More than anybody. Because when I do these power rankings, you've got to really whoa me. Like, how many times am I going to say whoa? And it's going to be when I'm like, okay, you're definitely going to get higher in the rankings. And he's done it more for me than anybody. Him and, I mean, Nichols is really close. And then Wilson, what he just did in this last game was pretty damn good. So, yeah, I'm going with Skylar Thompson as my number one in the power rankings.
Yeah.
I won't Brandon Eccles. I think when he's out there, he's been phenomenal. I think it's better than anybody thought. And he was kind of an afterthought. I never thought that he would be cut, like some people call him. But he's been fantastic. He's been terrific. I think he's been the best preseason player so far for the Steelers. So I want Brandon Eccles number one.
And he's impressed me so much. I wasn't expecting that from him either.
No,
The way
he's
he's played,
feisty.
too.
He's you know
The way he's played too has been. I just didn't see it. I didn't realize that he would. I don't know. Like I just didn't see it coming from him. He played that well. Like that's pretty good.
all right. That was a great bit. We had to work on that next time. Well, I have to
Did
work
you
on
beat?
it next.
Maybe a
Brandon
top
Jones.
five. Maybe a top five.
All right, let's rip through the 53. Do a little roster prediction here. We'll start at the quarterbacks. I think we've beat this to death. It's Skylar Thompson versus Will Howard. That's the big story of this. Who stays? Who goes on IR? Who doesn't?
If Howard don't play in this third game, he's going on IR, and they're keeping Skylar Thompson. I mean, that's my opinion. If he doesn't play in this preseason game, he's going on IR.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think that's exactly the way it's going to play out. If he doesn't play, you're going to stash him on IR.
Because then, I mean, think about it. Skylar is just an emergency quarterback now. He doesn't count as well on game day, correct?
Right.
Yes,
Don't they got
correct.
that rule now?
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine having him just sitting over there chilling? And if you get to him, like, that's a great problem to have that guy, in my opinion. So dude, let Howard go in IR. He can develop whatever the fuck, and you don't got to deal with this. You still keep your third guy that's playing this well.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Running backs, I think it's pretty much set in stone too. It's Jalen Warren, it's Caleb Johnson, and it's Gainwell. I think Lou Nichols goes to the practice squad, even though we all love him.
I think one thing to watch out for this week on Thursday. Does he play some special teams? If he does, he can find his way onto the roster that way.
You talking about Lou Nichols?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they have so many special team specialists on this fucking team that I don't think that's going to make a big difference, James Pierre's and
I would like them to find a way. I don't know why. Just watching him, he passes the eye test. Does he not?
Yeah,
I mean,
so
when you
far,
watch a guy
so far, yeah,
to do what he's done in back-to-back games, like I don't know, man. Honestly, I felt the same way about Jalen Warren. When I watched Jalen Warren, I was like, man, this guy's dynamic, can move. He's got that extra gear. Like I felt that way about him, and that's when I watched Lou Nichols. That's when I'm like, this guy looks pretty good. Dave's top five.
It's a little confusing. Is it my top five hate? Because then you could put Van Jefferson, CPAT, and everything.
Oh yeah.
But you can't put Colbert in that list.
No, he loves Colbert.
Yeah.
So you can't put him.
Wide receivers: Metcalf, Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin are locks.
Mhm.
I think Scotty Miller and Skoranek are close to being locks.
Yeah, that's my 5.
And then if they go 6, then it gets interesting. Brandon Johnson, Gabe Davis.
I think it's going to be, well, if say they don't bring nobody in, then it's probably going to be Johnson. And I think I'm still worried that we might be seeing either 3 or Skoranek might be either hurt to the point where they go on IR, and I'm kind of worried.
Those 2 are also IR
But I'll
possibilities.
tell you what, I didn't realize that you can only do 2 IRs. Is that right?
2 IRs. The designate will return, yeah.
That's going to get tricky real quick for them.
And you get, like we talked, we talk about it in the chat early in the podcast. They've got a lot of guys, Trice, Austin.
There's no way they
Skoranek.
no way they put Trice on IR. There's no way. I can't see that. You can't waste that spot on Corey Trice. You can't.
Oh, I did bring up they could cut him too at this point. Just cut bait and move on because it's.
Yeah.
We'll get to that when we get to the corners. Tight ends. As much as I hate to admit it, the guy that you hate's brother is going to make this football team.
I have it too. I have there being 4 tight ends.
Yeah.
I
Jonnu, Pat Frymuth, Darnell Washington, and Mr. Hayward.
Bob, they can't do our 0-4 personnel without Connor Hayward.
Yeah.
You have to have 4 tight ends to do 0-4 personnel.
And there's nobody else on this roster, tight end wise, that have done anything.
Is it Galbraith?
Yeah, I would rather have Galbraith. I mean,
he's not beating out Connor Hayward, not in this lifetime.
Well, Bob wants no Haywards.
Yeah, he's exercising all Haywards from the roster.
Well, I mean, with Connor, the problem is, number one, I have never and will not concede he is a tight end. He's the shortest tight end in 50 years, and look, he's probably a pretty decent fullback if he got the chance. He's a nice little X factor. But if you've ever watched Connor Hayward on the all-22 block, I mean, I'd rather have Calvin Austin blocking than Connor Hayward.
Yeah, he really is.
They throw him around like a fucking ragdoll.
I will say, I mean, just in this last game, let's see, Hayward had 1 reception for 1 yard, and Galbraith had 2 for 17.
Which, in fairness, was a nice fucking. That 1 catch for 1 yard was a nice fucking catch because it kept the drive alive. Yeah, and it was a very nice play.
And then let's see here. Hayward had 2 receptions, 17 in the first game. Galbraith had 1 for 6. So really mixed bag of guys that really, they're not that good anyways. So
he's not beating.
However, if you have to go to the 4th, we know where Bob stands.
Well, I'd rather keep Lou Nichols than Connor Hayward, and I think you got to make a decision.
Me too.
I agree.
But,
I 110% agree with that.
But Lou Nichols can't do the things on offense that they want, like the 4th tight end, the fullback stuff. Lou Nichols can't do that stuff. So
yeah, but he can run the shit out of the ball.
Yeah, he can.
Pretty good.
All right, offensive line. We got the starting 5, and then I'm thinking Calvin Anderson, but he's been hurt, so I don't know what's going on with him. Spencer Anderson, Dylan Cook, and McCollum.
Oh, okay. I changed it. I got rid of Cook and went with Pete since on their official.
I didn't think Pete looked that
great. They had Pete as I know. I've said this. But they put him ahead of Cook, so they really like him.
You can play guard and tackle.
Maybe
Dylan Cook can only play.
We talked about last
tackle.
time. He hasn't. He's new, so they're just going to give him time.
And he's a former first rounder, right?
I'm not sure, but
I thought he was old.
He was a good.
You guys told me he's not. So I was like,
he's been in the league since 15-16.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure he was a first rounder.
Yeah, he had a couple good years. He had a couple good years in there, but
yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if they'll go with him or Cook, either or.
Yeah, that's probably the competition right now. And
yeah, it is.
And Calvin Anderson too. We don't know what his injury situation is. Also, they could end up cutting him outright.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be totally shocking. Okay, that wraps up the offense. Let's go to defense, defensive line. Harmon, Benton, and Bob's favorite, who will remain unnamed, are locks. Yaya Black, I guess, would be pretty much a lock right now too.
Oh yeah, he's a lock, dude.
Then you get to Logan Lee, Isaiah Loudermilk.
He's making it. He's the new snapper.
Well, for now,
well, they signed
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
did.
signed
did?
somebody today. Yeah.
Did they
signed
sign
him.
somebody?
McCorkle, McCabe, something like that.
They still want to have a backup guy though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does bode well for him, being the backup
so
long
he's
snapper.
so he's making the team. It'll be him, Loudermilk, Ukele will probably make it.
If they go 6, it's Loudermilk versus Ukele.
I went
Or-
7.
Huh?
So I went 7. I'm saying
went
Lee,
7?
Ukele, and Loudermilk make it with the other 4.
They could potentially keep 7.
I think the top 5 are locked. It gets really interesting once you get to 6th. Logan Lee, I think, has a huge leg up as the long snapper.
Yep.
I mean, Ukulele, I guess. I mean, I hope that's probably not how you say his name, but you know,
It's Ukele, but I could be wrong on that too.
yeah. I mean, honestly, it could very easily be somebody who gets cut.
Yeah, Trent just brought up in our text thread that they did carry 7 last year, so it wouldn't be. And this is the deepest position probably on the team, so it wouldn't shock us if they kept 7. Inside linebackers, it's definitely Queen and Wilson, Harrison and Holcomb, and then I think they're going to keep 5. It just depends on
Bruner and Robinson. And keep both.
You're going to keep 6. I don't think they keep 6.
6. I have Queen, Wilson, Holcomb, Bruner, Robinson. What
about Malik Harrison?
No.
I do think he made the team. I do.
Harrison's
in the
making the
Tampa
team.
Bay game.
Bruner's going to the practice squad.
To his credit, he did have a nice play in the game the other day.
Yeah. He's making.
He did have a nice play.
No, I do not think Bruner's. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. I don't think Bruner's going to the practice squad. I think it's so long, Mark Robinson. Love you, nice guy.
I didn't think of Malik. I just don't know.
He's making a team.
Is that great? But he did a good play the other day, so maybe he does take. So you're saying it's Robinson then?
I'm going. I think it's going to be Robinson. I think Bruner hasn't done anything this preseason.
Can Malik play special teams?
Yeah, he plays special teams.
Yeah, maybe he can.
He does.
Yeah. Okay. I just Mark Robinson is limit. He cannot. I mean, at this point, we've seen the best of Mark Robinson. He's a one-trick pony. He's pretty good at that one trick.
And when the Ravens are running up and down their ass, they're going to want Mark Robinson on that bench to go down there and help them out.
Right.
I think they'll be quite content with Cole Holcomb and Peyton Wilson and Patrick Queen being out there.
Did anybody notice Peyton Wilson was struggling in coverage a little bit?
He was. He did.
It's 2 games in a row, and all that shit he talked about how he's going to be the best coverage linebacker in the league.
He struggled with Auden.
We got shopping that stuff up, buddy.
Bucky Irvin. He struggled with both of them.
Or
was very surprised.
Bucky Irving's a pretty good receiving running back.
Absolutely.
He is.
Absolutely.
And in fairness, that was a perfect pass by Baker Mayfield. I mean, if he just doesn't,
it wasn't
he
Baker,
had to
was
put
it?
it right on him.
That was Bridgewater, wasn't it?
I think it was
Bridgewater.
Yeah.
It was a perfect fucking pass. I mean, Irving had a half a step on Wilson, but
he didn't get his head around either. I mean, they're getting close to the back of the end zone. You got to turn around at some point.
He struggled against Auden too. He gave up 2 passes to Auden as well.
Mm-hmm.
Auden burned.
But he looked great first game. I don't know what happened the second game. First game, he looked great. He was all over the place. Coverage was good. So I don't know.
He's probably running around out there going, "What the fuck am I doing out here? You won't play Nick Herbig, but I got to be out here."
Outside linebackers: T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, Jack Sawyer, Nick Herbig,
and Leal.
I don't think Leal makes a team.
No way.
On their depth chart, they have him listed as the backup edge rusher next to Sawyer's name. They are co-backup to T.J. Watt, which I thought
this is the year they pulled the plug.
Really strange. I was like, okay.
I said on Twitter today, watching him rush the passer is like watching paint dry. He's terrible.
Why would they put him? Is it just like a veteran thing with
Sawyer?
Because I'm just like, wait, maybe they do like him. Because remember, that's a 2-1. They love their multi-positional players. He can do D-line and edge rush.
Would it shock me if they kept 5?
Maybe they would keep him.
Yeah, maybe.
Or they go with 6 D linemen and he's your 7th.
Yeah, both. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what I'm trying to say here. That might be why he makes the team.
And in fairness, he was pretty good against the run in this last game. He made a couple good tackles, but he's a terrible pass rusher.
It's just one of the things. They love their flexible positional guys that can play multiple positions, and he fits that bill. I'm not saying he's good, but
I saw somebody on Twitter say, "Pray that Herbig's not hurt." because they have no other pass
No.
rusher even close. Like, it's not even like Sawyer and Leal don't even not even
Yeah.
sniff
You know,
pass rushing.
this hate on Sawyer, I don't like. He's
Watch the game.
providing pressure, but he's not getting home. But he's still getting pressure and getting around his guy. Like he's getting
He's
past
getting around his guy,
the
but he's
tackle.
5 yards behind the quarterback. He's taking these long.
But he's applied pressure a couple times that forced that quarterback to go the other way, and it didn't work out. Well.
I don't
Am
know.
I saying he's like lighting the world on fire? No, but like I don't think he's as bad as people making him out to be either. Now, don't get me wrong. Look in the draft now, yeah, like they definitely should have went some different routes here. But as far as him in the game, I don't think it's been as bad as people are making it out to be.
Yeah, Big Pun's got a great point. This is the problem with Sawyer, and it was the knock on him coming out of college.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have bend, and he's not there as a power rusher yet. He could get there, but it's going to take a lot of work. And I mean, it went from, okay, do we have a 4-man rotation to we've got a 3-man rotation, and we may see, you know, Sawyer might be okay. Maybe he's better than Jeremiah Moon. Maybe.
Yeah. All right, cornerback. Slay, Porter, Ramsey, Eccles, lock. Right?
And
then you get
lock.
to.
You forgot Beanie. Lock.
Beanie lock.
He's
going to make the team.
He's making the team.
Beanie's going to make the team probably because Trice is injured now. And
Trice, Pierre sucks, and who's the other one?
Well, Pierre's making the team. I should put him as a lock too. He's a special teams guy.
They got a shit ton of special teams
That's what I'm
guys.
talking about.
Don't sell Porter short. I think he's a dark horse candidate to make the team.
I think he's a practice squad guy too.
Probably, but don't sell him. He's a dark horse.
Are you saying if they go at 6 or if they go at 5?
I think they go 6.
They're definitely going 6. Yeah.
You think they're going 6? Okay, 6.
Oh, Trent thinks Pierre's gone. He's a
only because of special teams.
If they go 6, then Pierre probably makes it because of the fact Trice is hurt.
Big pun. I might agree with that one.
Yeah, I was going to bring him up, Dave, when you said they got nobody else or whatever.
But I don't.
Leota's looked really well.
I don't know if he makes the team though. I don't think
he will. I think he's kind of like with Bob with the other Porter. Like those guys are guys that you maybe, but probably not.
Corey Trice get cut?
Yeah.
I'm starting to lean that way. I think they've had it. And if he makes it through waivers, maybe or whatever, and nobody signs him, maybe they stick him on the practice squad.
See, I don't think that. I think it just depends on who they have to put on the IR. If it's either Calvin Austin or a Will Howard, okay, then he's going to get cut. But if it's not, if those guys are good or one of them is good, then I think they may not give up on him. They may throw him on the IR. I just don't know which. We just got to find out who.
If Calvin Austin goes on the IR, it's a monumental fucking disaster because everybody has said it's a minor abdominal injury, and hint, I think that's a fucking another hold in. By the way, give him his 2 years.
He was on the field today in uniform. He wasn't practicing with the team, but he was going through some drills, so he's closer.
Hopefully, we're good.
Yeah.
So that might save Trice.
But Skowronek wasn't dressed today. I don't think.
Their game's going to be interesting, fellas. Like between does Howard play? Does Trice whatever? A lot of things are going to get interesting if these guys don't show up for this third game or are healthy before the season starts. I'm interested to see what they do. But there's something in me that still thinks Trice gets put on the IR. I didn't like the way Austin talked, but I still think if they can do it, they're going to put him on the IR.
Because of what he said, I think they're sick of putting him on the IR. I think at this point they're done.
I didn't like the talk either, but I don't know.
All right, and wrapping it up, safeties. It's pretty cut and dry for Elliott, Thornhill, Clark, and Killebrew.
Yep.
I know Sebastian Castro's a favorite, but he's not making this roster.
I think he might make it.
I think he might. And if he does, it could be at the expense of James Pierre.
He's looking like a tackling machine out there, Dave. And if he does play special teams, yes or no?
I'm sure he does.
I swear at this point, everybody fucking plays special teams. So if you're a fringe guy, guess what? You play special teams.
Well, yeah, that's the way you make the team is doing the special teams.
So, Castro looked pretty good this last game, and like I said, he's tied for tackles on the team. I think he's tied with Pierre, if I remember correctly, like I said earlier, and so that's pretty good.
You guys are gonna be very sad when they cut Sebastian Castro, aren't you? There's gonna be a lot of broken hearts.
I'm not like head over heels for the guy like Trent, but
he's an undrafted free agent. So if they do cut him, then likelihood is he will be on the practice squad.
Yeah, he's gonna
be on a team next year. I think he'll be on a team this year.
He might be on the Steelers by the end of the year if there's an injury. Then he'll be the first guy off the thing. But it depends. There's a lot of moving parts. How many defensive linemen do they keep? How many offensive linemen? That all goes into it. How many corners?
That's the thing.
You know.
I think we're forgetting the biggest position battle on the team here. We've been through the whole depth chart, but there's a major fight going on.
The punter, right?
The punter, yeah.
I was gonna say, are you talking about the punters? Like
there is, because Williamson's been good.
Yeah,
he's been really good in the preseason.
Yeah, he's not as good as Johnston. I think I heard Capoli talking about it today. He said Waitman might actually have a little bit longer leg, but you just can't discount the fact that Johnston can drop it inside the 5.
Johnson can place it so well. That's the thing. And they gave him the big contract, guys. Like, because they think he's that good.
I wonder if they could cut him and get out of that money pretty easy, or if it's some guarantee. There's obviously some guarantee.
That'd be something you have to check.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's talk about how we're going to save $3 million by cutting the punter when we've already got $25 million in cap space.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're paying him, I think he was the second highest punter in the league, right? When they signed him.
Oh yeah, yes, he was. But
that's a significant investment in a punter to just cut him. You know,
he ain't getting cut. It's Johnson.
I think he's guaranteed like $2.53 million this year. If he plays, if he makes the team.
I forget.
3 years, $9 million. $3 million signing bonus. So
let's not forget either that Johnston. The reason they paid him is because that guy's fucking good.
Yeah.
$2 million cap hit if they cut him, which is a lot for a punter. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. It's Johnson. Like, this is no. Dude, they're not cutting.
I feel bad for Corliss.
He's going to catch on.
Yeah.
He was stuck behind. He was better than Presley Harvin the whole time, and they wouldn't give him a shot.
Big pun, my man.
I'd cut Gainwell and keep Nichols.
Pun, I think I brought this up earlier. I think I did.
They're not going to. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's one of those things what we do, but what Tomlin's not going to do it.
There you go.
Tomlin's not going to consider it.
Versus what they would.
Yeah, Tomlin's not considering it.
I wouldn't even. Don't count me in the we do camp. And Gainwell is, look. If you think he's a running back, you're wrong. He's a third down, flare out pass catching guy. He's probably one of the best pass catching backs in the NFL. In the role that they signed him to be, I don't know if he's ever going to do it, but the role he signed him to be, honestly, was the Jalen Warren role from a couple of years ago. So, yeah, I like Gainwell. I think that was a dynamite signing.
What would be the biggest surprise cut to you? Trice? Leal? Who else?
Biggest surprise cut?
Probably.
I think they would. No, I don't. That's a good question. I don't. Biggest surprise cut.
I mean, if they did cut Gainwell, that would be the shocker.
They wouldn't cut like Eccles since he's the fourth guy.
No,
would
they would never. Not the way he's played in this preseason.
Eccles is a lock. He's a mortal lock to make the
right.
team.
Like that's what I would think. We're talking surprise cuts though.
Could they cut Killebrew?
Surprise?
Would Killebrew surprise you?
No, he was the number 1 ranked special teams player. That'd be.
That's why it's got to be a surprise.
See, there's different levels here. So don't give me.
I mean, he is the number 1 special team player, probably, but he's a terrible safety. So,
like, surprise. I
think Cam Johnson would be the biggest surprise, and I think it's a dark horse chance.
Really?
His net average is like 15 yards better than Cam Johnson. I think I saw this preseason.
15 better.
I think so.
The roster is better, but it's not deep enough where any guy who gets cut should shock us. I mean, at this point, because
I tend to agree with. Well, not any guy, but there are a few there. I mean, I think Rock Taylor this early was kind of a surprise.
What about Will Howard?
That would be a shocker.
That would be a shocker. But I don't think they cut him. I think they would try to float him to the practice squad. And
Well,
I
you have to cut him, right, to get into the practice squad. That's what you have to do, right?
Him. And he ain't getting guys. He will not. I would bet you money if cut, he doesn't make it to the practice squad.
See, I would take that bet. I don't think the rest of the league is that high on him like you guys are.
Okay.
I really don't.
How much NIL money does Ohio State have? Could they get him back? I mean,
ship has sailed.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we've gone pretty long here. We're almost at an hour and 30. Anything else before we get out of here?
Yeah. No, looking forward to Friday.
Games on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday night game this week, so we'll have some Friday game reactions. All three of us are back Friday, right? No.
Yeah, I'll be here
Friday.
Good.
Yeah, I should be here.
I mean, I don't know if it works out. You know, I was inspired by the Minnesota Vikings cheerleader. Tried out for the Jaguars cheerleaders today. That's why I was late.
No.
So,
Bob, no.
You know, I might not be here. We might have practice. I'm just kidding. Although, just real quick, by the way, if you got a problem with a guy being a cheerleader, I mean,
Hey.
get the fuck over it.
It took a lot, but you finally broke it.
You really did break me on that one. I had visions.
Yeah.
I had visions. On that note, we got to get the fuck out of here because I'm dying. Thanks for the chat again. You guys are great as usual. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. That really helps us out. Until next time, thanks for listening to the Steelers Sanctuary Podcast.
See you Friday.
Dave, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.